Critical race theory elevates history. It looks at patterns and repetitious dimensions of how disempowerment happens. Divisive concepts, as we all know, was the idea that segregationists used against the civil rights movement. Divisive was the idea that the sit-ins and the freedom riders were basically the product of outside agitators. Well, let's think about divisive in the context of racial power. To find these moments and these movements divisive means that your understanding of unity turns on and is dependent on maintaining the racial power that pre-existed. So when the civil rights movement was framed as divisive, what did that mean unity turned on? Unity turned on uncontested white supremacy. When these ideas are brought forward to this moment, when critical thinking about race, when so-called wokeism is framed as divisive, what it is telling us is that the baseline against which this is called divisive is actually acceptable, defensible, and requires insulation. Well, what are all those things? Our world without anti-racism, our world without critical thinking about race, our world without race consciousness is a world in which life chances are racialized, a world in which lives are shorter, a world in which health is less robust, a world in which wealth is tremendously disproportionate, a world in which police can take lives without having to think twice about it. That is the world that's being defended as the world that is non-divisive, that is uniform, that is universal. Well, we know when they say that what we're doing is divisive, what we're actually interrupting is the assumption that white supremacy and its contemporary manifestations is completely and totally defensible, and our efforts to interrupt it is what is being divisive. Critical race theory brings that analysis into those claims and gives us the tools that are necessary to disrupt the hold that has on our demands for justice.